Hello everyone. I hope you all are doing well. We have a little fish saying hello to all of you. Why a fish? Because the story that we are going to read today is about a tiny little fish in the big ocean. The name of the story is A Little Fish Story. Let's read this chapter from your medical book. There are a great many million fish in the seas, but this story is about just one of them, and a very small one at that. So, this story is about one of the lakhs of fishes that you might see in a sea. And this little fish is a very tiny one. It's a very small fish. Now, this little fish had everything in the seas to make him contented, but he was not happy. You will laugh when I tell you why he was not. He was unhappy because he was so very small. This little fish actually had everything in the world to make him happy and satisfied. Contented means satisfied, but he was not happy. And he was not happy for a very funny reason. The reason why this little fish was not happy because it was too tiny. It was very small. It is very hard to be such a little mite of a fish, he would say over and over again. If I were only larger, how much happier I could be. And he said it so many times that I think he believed it. So, this little fish always wanted to be a big fish, and he actually said that it was very difficult, very hard to be such a little mite of a fish, such a little tiny fish. And he said this again and again. And therefore, he said it so many times that he actually started believing it. One day he was swimming along with the rest of his school and thinking, no doubt, how much more the larger fish had to be thankful for than he, when suddenly, with no warning, they found themselves in the meshes of a great net. So while this little fish was busy thinking that how happy the large fish would be, what happened? All the fish got caught. They found themselves caught in the meshes of a great net, like you can see here in the picture. The word school used in this paragraph means a group of fish. So it is a collective noun. So whenever you want to say a group of fish, you say a school of fish. There was much floundering and splashing as the net was drawn up out of the water into the sunlight. And just as its haul was being emptied into the boat, the smallest fish in the school wriggled through the mesh and slipped back into the cool, clear water. How good it felt! So, when the fish got caught into the mesh, they started floundering and splashing into the water. Floundering and splashing means that they started moving their fins up and down in such a way that they spread water all around. And then what happened? Something forcibly pulled the net out of the water. But the smallest fish, can you believe? The smallest of the fish in the school wriggled, moved itself, and came out of the mesh. It freed itself. And trust me, the fish couldn't have been happier because it could actually escape the trap. He swam here and there and everywhere, and some of the fish who knew him well all the rest of his life said that they never again heard him say that he wished to be anything but a little fish. And so, this little fish, after escaping from the mesh, it went and it actually knew who it was. And then no one ever heard him say that he wished to be anything but a little fish. Finally, this little fish was happy to be itself. Let's look at the vocabulary words from this chapter. Million is a number equal to 10 lakh. Contented is satisfied. Might, a very small amount, tiny. Believed is to accept that something is true. Warning is a notice or caution. Meshes is a material made of wire or net. Floundering is struggle clumsily in mud or water. Splashing, the act of spreading a small amount of liquid falling. Haul is to pull or drag with force. Emptied is to remove all the contents. Slipped is to get free from. Wriggled is twist and turn. So that's all for now, learners. I hope you have enjoyed this interesting story about a little fish. I'll see you in the next class. Bye-bye.